industry. When I say I don't know if people really cutting back on spending, or maybe it's just a slow couple weeks going on here in the city. Um, I would say when I had my first guest, it was around like 8:30 and. Good evening, how my beautiful queens and handsome kings doing this evening? How you all doing? Welcome. Oh, welcome back to the start of a new vlog. I just kind of want to kickstart a new video today because I don't have any more vlogs. The last vlog I edited, I uploaded yesterday. So I said, let me just kickstart another vlog off. This actually going to be a slow week for me. Thank God. I'm glad my body need a little mini break. I don't go back to, I work my first job tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then I'll be out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Go back there Thursday. And then Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, Saturday and Sunday I will be working my second job. So I kind of need that little 3 day, little mini break in between. Last 2 weeks have been pretty busy for me. So sometimes, like I said, I'll be kind of embracing the little time that I do get the little mini break. I'm just currently, I was just sitting here looking out the window, and I also, you all probably seen me. I was re-gluing. I had 3 nails and got loose, and I just popped them back on, the glued them back on. Three of my nails. Yeah, and I say I've been obsessed with press-ons. It's like every time when they start getting loose, I pop them back on. When I say it's been a great, hold on, y'all. Okay, you all, I'm back. I'm just sitting here. I had just got out the shower a little bit while ago before I popped my nails on. I had to work today too on my first job. Today was actually a pretty great day. It was slow. Um, it was really slow, and I most time I make the best out of my days. I was sitting here thinking about something. I said, boy, I tell you, you know, like you just never know. Um, I'm trying to see how I can say. You just never know what you might have to encounter, and and um, me being a single parent overall, and me just me not growing up myself. I was raised. My mom was also a single parent. My mom raised three, and now y'all know I just only got one child, one daughter. Um, it's it's like you want the best for your kids, and a child or whatever. And I'm so hurt at the moment because you be wanting to see your babies when they grow up, the time they take their first step, they learn to ride their first bike, their graduations, when they go out to, daddy, like some places, like some schools do like the daddy dance, and, or when they, have like these little events where the father might take the daughter out or whatever. It just depends on what kind of school, your children go to, or senior prom. I think I was telling you all in the vlog that just went up yesterday, in that video there. If you watch the whole video, you probably might have heard me talking about, this is my daughter last year in high school. And so I was praying. That was my dream. I really, really wanted her to go on prom, senior prom. And the thing that I'm really upset about is because she had me, like, that's one reason why I took the second job, the part-time job that I'm working at, the job that I think I was telling you all that I had worked for this company over like 3 years ago. And they always did tell me if I ever want to come back, that door was always open. But I never really had intentions on really just wanting to be back there or go back. But I had took the job because y'all know, like I said, this her last year in high school. And y'all know how it is when these kids, they have senior fees and they fees, they have graduation, prom, all these activities included in like a fee that they have to pay. And so my daughter ended up picking the highest fee on there out of the package. There were four different packages. I paid the fee off the package before the actual due date. But inside that package, it was including senior prom. Now she's saying she don't want to go on prom. But the thing is, I haven't bought the dress yet. I was hoping she would have changed her mind and said, well, Kanisha, well, mom, I'm talking about Kanisha. Well, mom, I go. At first, she did say she's gonna go on prom, but then it's like the way she said, if it's like, mom, I don't really want to go, but I just go because you want me to go. No, I really, yeah, it's true. I want you to go, but I want you to go and have a good time, enjoy yourself. So yesterday we was talking. Now she don't really want to go. So I just said, you know what? I'm gonna let's just put it in the God's hand, and just let it be. I can't make her do something she don't want to do. But the thing is, the senior prom, that's a once a lifetime event that's gonna only take place once in your life, and you can't get that back. And I was telling her that because at that time, it would take me back to when I had went on mine. Like, I didn't really want to go on my senior prom, but then my great grandmother was telling me, no, you gonna go. If I have to help pay for your way to get there, your fees and buy your dress and all this, you gonna go. She said, because that's only a once a lifetime event and you can't get that back. And so I feel like, even thinking about the time when I didn't want to go, it is so true. Because when time, like I said, we see time flying. Like, I was talking to one of my coworkers, time is really flying. You can't get time back. So whatever it is that you're trying to do, accomplish, it's best to go on and do it now and stop waiting for the perfect moment, because is no such thing as perfect moment. Like, time, the days is just going by so fast. And I was talking about this. I'm like, man, March just came and March is over with already. Like, we're in the fourth month, second day already. And this year just had like recently just started. And I'm like, dang, time is flying. I'm like, before you know it, we'll be celebrating the holidays again. Like, I'm not rushing it, but the way time is speeding. But like I was telling my daughter, I really wish you would have not changed your mind, because I worked my butt off to get that prom package for you. And like I said, I'm doing everything because I feel like, as a parent, like, I had to grow up fast. Like, I had my daughter at 22, and had a young. I feel like I still did pretty good, but I was a young mom. I wasn't a teen mom, but I was 22 years old, and like I said, I'm still trying to figure it out. And so I just feel like it's no way you can. It's no such, like, parenting, it don't come with instructions. I tell people, like, you can do, I don't care how well of a parent, or good of a parent you are to your child, the kids, those kids have to go by the way, go by the way, if they take what they learn from you and they growing up into their adulthood, you can only do so much. Like, if you taught them and raised them how to do things this way, in this order, or teach them how to not, be disrespectful towards others. Now, when they get grown, only thing you can do is, like, just put in God's hand and just trust Him, whatever path they going on, because you'll literally drive yourself crazy trying to worry about what you should have done, or what you wish you could have done, and all that. So it's like, this is her last year. Now she don't want to go on prom, and I'm like, God, man, I said up here, this girl to have me take a whole second job just to cover her fees, and I was hoping she would have changed her mind and go to the prom, because they would have been going in May. I don't know, my daughter, I've been at this moment. I said I'm gonna just pray about, because the role she on, she's, like I said, she's a good child, but I'm just trusting God and just trying to keep her covered by Him, because you know the friends, the people she choosing to communicate with, they're not the best. They're not And you can't choose your kids' friends or choose they buddies who they choose to hang with. And so, I feel like peer pressure is really some when these kids get up into their teenage years. They be influenced so easy. Some of them they let friends or whatever make them do things that they shouldn't do or say things. But like I told her, I said, you know what, I'm very disappointed in you not really want to go to this prom, but I'm not gonna make you, because the first thing she was like, well, I don't want to go because I ain't with all the party and stuff. I said, okay, cool. But at first, you was super excited about going on the prom. Back here 2 months ago, you was so excited about, Mom, I want to go on prom. Mom ordered you. Now all of a sudden, because you done been around this certain group of kids that you hang out with now you don't want to go. But I said, you know what? I'm not gonna worry about it. It been bothering me the last couple of weeks. All I can do is put in God's hand. My aunties, which is her great aunt, they was hoping she would have win one of them. I actually talked to both of my aunties back here 2 days ago. All I told them, I said, well, she don't want to go on prom. They were hoping because they want to see pictures. I said, well, at this point, I'm not gonna make her. I ain't gave up. So she changed her mind. But I told her, if you change your mind, if you choose to want to go, you need to let me know. But I just got to feel she's not gonna go. But I was hoping, that was a dream. I was super excited because I really wanted to make her face up. See, she worrying about the cost, the fees, how expensive it's gonna be. I said, you worrying about the wrong thing. This is a once a lifetime event. I was gonna do all that. As far as makeup, I can make your face up, but I already had somebody in mind who could have did her hair for her, and I was gonna order the dress. But I just said, I'm gonna just let it be. But it really hurt my feelings because I really wanted to see her, go on prom. Like I said, that's the only child I got, and definitely only got one daughter. But I'm not I'm gonna just let it be. I say it's really sad because you just you want to see your kids, like I say, reach certain levels, or which I'm still proud of her because she still do really well in school. Like her grades is good, but I was just hoping she would have went on her prom. But other than that, I was just sitting here just getting a peace of mind. Looking out the window. I think we're supposed to get some rain. It's supposed to be look like they say we're supposed to get like 10% of rain. It's supposed to rain outside. I think today is Thursday, so I'm gonna get on Faith Chat. I might, I don't know. It just depends. I might bring y'all. I don't know. I might let y'all listen in on Faith Chat tonight. It just depends on my phone because I think once I get through charging this phone up, I need to charge my tablet up so I can get ready for tonight. Bible study, which is Faith Chat, started at 6. So we'll see. I'll probably bring y'all in with me where y'all can listen in on some of it. Or if not, I probably will, if I don't, then y'all know that I probably will see y'all the next day. Because like I say, I'm going to extend this vlog to another day. I do have to be at work in the morning. So, yeah, but other than that, I was really devastated. I'm like, wow, I'm thinking she's going to go on prom, but she don't want to go. I'm currently sitting up here. I was drinking on some apple cider that I had purchased probably over a month ago, and it's still been sitting on. But it tastes good. It don't taste bad at all. I just drunk the last stuff. Actually tastes good. It's sweet. It to me it don't apple cider. It's a little. It ain't as sweet as apple juice, but it's good. Kind of put you in the man of apple juice, but it's that apple cider that come in look like in the wine bottle. Most people usually drink that when they bring, like, if they don't drink alcohol, they usually sell that, and you can drink that or grape juice when you bring the New Year's in or New Year in. And I had it now for a while, so I said let me go and drink the rest of this up because I had opened it up about a week ago, and I said I'm gonna drink the rest of it. And now I'm just fine to drink, but it still tastes good. But yeah, you all, I ain't gonna rant too much. I'm gonna go on there finish catching up on I was watching the YouTube video that I had paused, and I'll be talking back to you. my beautiful queens and handsome kings doing this evening? How you all doing? Welcome. Welcome back to another day in this video. How you all doing? I just made, oh boy, y'all. Let me take my apron off. I'm so tired. I just had to come straight in and sit down. I just got in and got out of my lift. I'm so tired. Let me get my little snicker. Got me a little snicker. I don't know, lately I've been having a sweet tooth. I told y'all that I don't really have to really eat a lot of sweets all the time. Just every little more I might have a sweet tooth. But welcome. Just sit there right there. Welcome or welcome back. It's currently happy Saturday to you all. Yeah, I just made it in for work. When I say I never seen it, I think. Cause normally we open up at my job. I just worked the first job. The second job I don't go back there to next week. Yeah, next weekend. When I say I never seen it so slow in the hospitality industry, when I say I don't know if people really cutting back on spending or maybe it's just a slow couple weeks going on here in the city. I would say when I had my first guest, it was around like 8:30, and we normally close. We serve breakfast from 6:30 a.m. to 10 o'clock a.m. When I say I came in, because I was like running like I was like 6 7 minutes late this morning. When I say it's just the lifts and got too expensive. Like I say, since the gas prices increasing, the lifts be really high or expensive during the depending on in the what time of morning you catching them. And I'm like, man, we finna do a wait and save. So most time when I do wait and saves, it be a little cheaper than the actual price. I remember one time I had to go to work and pay $25. I'm like at least 10 minutes away. I'm like, these prices is just getting ridiculous. So, I'm just praying. I'm just keeping in God's hand, just keep trusting Him. But I'm praying, hopefully, that I can either find something where I can generate income, where I can work from home, or maybe I can make a work from home job, my full time job, and just do these two jobs working like part time. But I'm praying on it. I'm trusting God. Like I said, I'm always applying myself. I don't know what it is when it come down to work from home jobs. They're really hard to get on. I don't know if you have to have your resume set up for which I don't understand because I do customer service. I have customer service experience anyway, but it's just something about these work from home jobs is really hard to get on. But when I say it was so slow, it was just extremely slow. Like I had never seen nothing like it. I think we only had two food orders. I only had put two people put in for orders for food, and that was it. Everybody else mostly bought coffee to go. When I say it was just extremely slow, it was extremely slow, y'all. I mean, it was extremely slow. Y'all probably see me in the video when I was there at work. I was just wiping the counters down and stuff. That's how slow it was, which I usually have to wipe down the surfaces anyway. But it was just extremely slow. I'm like, some days it'd be to the point where I be have to find something to do when it be that slow. But I do work tomorrow. That's why I said it's gonna be a slow week, and I'm gonna be out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I go back Thursday. So I'm gonna have 3 days off. Due to the it's slow. But it's just I don't know. I don't know what's going on with people, and it's easier for it's some when it come down the reality of being a server or just working in the industry when you're dealing with people. It can be a lot. Like I'm sitting up there, and I don't look for tips. I don't look for nobody to tip me or whatever. If you feel like if I did a great job or provide you great customer service or whatever, and you want to tip, you do so. If you don't, that's fine. It's not going to stop my shine because I'm still keep being me and smile. But there was a lady, she only just bought ordered coffee, okay. I look because we usually have to close the tickets out, which y'all done probably seen in older videos because y'all know I've been vlogging a lot. Most time, if you've been following me for quite some time, y'all know I have brought y'all to work plenty of times with me on my first job, and y'all probably see me closing checks out of tickets in older videos. And so I had to close some checks out today, and on one of the tickets, and I already knew who it was. The lady ended up putting when it said gratuity, she put 50 cent. Cause normally when you know sometimes people ask for like a itemized copy. That's just a detailed copy, showing they purchase. It'll show whatever they order. It'll show the name of it in the full purchase. We get a lot of those. So sometimes I ask the people before they, ask me where I need an itemized receipt. And most times some people don't get the itemized. So if they don't, it just automatically just be like two of the same copies of the receipt where they just fill it out. But she told her she had 50 cent for the gratuity, and then at the bottom she just I think it was like 4.96. Y'all, when I say I wasn't trying to be funny, I said I'ma just hit CC close, just make it seem like I didn't get no tip that day. I wasn't finna close the checkout and showing that I got a 50 cent. I'm like, you know what? I would rather for you to keep your 50 cent than me, because 50 cent not hurting my pocket, And I know some people probably say, well, Nisha or whatever, she did tip you some. Nah, I feel like because I had somebody tip me 61 cent. I said for now, when they start tipping like that, putting 60 cent on the card or 50 or a penny, I'm just gonna automatically close the ticket out there at CC close and just let it, charge their credit card whatever they were supposed to, pay that for that particular item versus me trying to put 61 cent in because you're not hurting my pocket. One thing I do like about this job, well, I ain't gonna say like, one thing that that I still get my full hourly rate, because most places still paying servers $2.15 an hour plus their tips. That's not me, So I'm glad I don't make $2.15 an hour, because I'm working in the hotel. So hotel pay for a service a little different than when you actually working at one of these, like dying. I ain't gonna say I'm gonna call it more like a dine in, where it's like it's more on the. I don't know how I can describe because I used to actually worked as a server a long time ago when my daughter was a baby, and you work, for $2.15 an hour. In the times we living in now, I feel like should no server be making that because it's no guarantee that you're gonna get tips all the time. Like they say, the tips is majority of your income, but not everybody might tip you cash or tip you. Sometimes people feel like why is I'm obligated to tipping somebody if they and like I say, but one thing about me, the way I am, I feel like this. Even though I don't have much, like when I'm doing these Instacarts or whatever, I always make sure I tip these people. I tip them 10-15%. So if my bill, like my bill be like $130, I'm just using for instance, I'm gonna tip that Instacart shop at least $10. Or or automatically it'll say 10%, and it might give an estimate of $13 or something like that. It just depends on how the way it calculate, because they have like the delivery fees, the taxes. But I'm gonna automatically make sure I'm tipping them at least 10-15% of my bill because I know how it is because I do that kind of work. I'm not an Instacarter, but like I say, I work in the industry where we depend on tips. But my thing is, if somebody giving you good service, and I'm always being, giving great service, you should at least, if it's no more than $1 or something, but tipping somebody 50 cent or 20 cent, I mean, you really can just keep it, because you're not really help doing them a favor like that. I don't know if you're just trying to be funny, but it's just really sad because, like I say, servers do go through a lot. And it's easy sad for some people to say, oh, well, you should change your industry. In this day and time, you better hold on to whatever job you got, if you're a server or a dishwasher, whatever you do, because it's mighty hard trying to find a good paying job these days. Like, it's really hard trying to find a good, decent paying job. So that's why I try to make the best out of my jobs and stick with it. But it can be a lot because you got to come in and smile, and even when people can be mean to you or treat you any kind of way, you still have to come here, have this demeanor where you gotta smile, and you already not, you barely getting by. But that's why I say everybody, people just don't understand what some people go through on jobs. That's why I say it's easier said that, for somebody to say, oh, maybe you should find somewhere else to work. I don't care where you go nowadays. They just not paying. They're just the reality. You can go to wherever. These companies is just not paying. Everybody right now is hurting with their business wise when it come down to. That's why y'all hear so many people, opening up and talking about work and the pay and all that. Like I say, I'm forever blessed to have a job. But it's a lot. It's a lot that you might deal with when when you're dealing with people. But yeah, it's just really sad though. You have some people, but I feel like when people do that, they trying to be funny. But you're not hurting me because you tipping me 61 or 50 cents, 'cause baby, my bills gonna still get paid. I'ma still keep smiling. I'ma still keep doing what I do, regardless of you. If you don't appreciate my service, I know I'm a good server. But I started to feel like in some cases, a lot of times it could be the way you look. I think I was telling you all in the most recent video, I had a lady that wanted me to service her because I didn't look like her. I'm gonna just say it like that. But my thing is, I'm like this. As long as don't nobody disrespect me on there on one of these jobs, we good. I mean, we good. I can't help it if you don't see nobody that look like you that's serving you, or long as you don't disrespect me, we good. That's all I tell anybody. Like I told, don't disrespect me. But it's just really sad. It's sad. I don't know what you know, after 2020, when I say it did something to people mindsets, it's like a shift in the atmosphere where people just, they so needy. They attitudes nowadays is very ugly. They don't want people. They don't want to really be bothered. They don't want people to speak to them, and it's just a lot. So it's like this week just really been somewhat of a rough, chaotic week for me. But I just been trying to make the best out of it. But yeah, I just never seen nothing like when they come down to these people. Like these people just really, I don't know. People just need prayer. People just really, really need prayer. And a lot of things that I'm seeing now is really happening in the book of Revelation. Like a lot of things. You got people, turning against their own peoples. Got people turning against their own kids, or they kids turning against their parents, or family and beef. And it's just so much. Like, it's like the devil is really, you know but like I say, sometimes people just the devil themselves. Sometimes people just can have ugly ways. But a lot of times, I just feel like sometimes people don't always want, if they know you a person and you have a good spirit, a good heart, they don't want to see you grow, or they don't want to see you progress in life. That's why I'm learning sometimes, even when when God open doors for you and bless you with something, it's good to just keep your your blessings to yourself. I was listening to a YouTuber talking about this by like maybe last month, a month ago. Don't open your mouth too soon when he blessing you. When he's secretly opening new doors for you, whatever it is, or something that you've been praying for, just keep it to yourself. Sometimes you have to, because you can share some things with people, and then the thing is, it can be the same thing like that this person might get, but when they receive the blessing, you congratulated them. But when it was your turn, they was like crickets. They didn't say anything. So I'm learning every day that I'm not for everybody. And I'm okay with that. But like I say, I'm not gonna stop being me. I'm not gonna pretend to be somebody else just to fit in with people. I don't do that. I never did that. Even when I was coming up in school, I never did those things. Like, I mostly was a person or a student at that time. I just stayed to myself. But yeah, yeah, it was a chaotic day today. I ain't gonna even tell no story. I just literally was like, oh my god, I just can't. I can't. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. But yeah, I ain't gonna ramble too much. I think I might probably just gonna end the vlog off right here. It might be short. I'm gonna edit it because I haven't uploaded a actual vlog in 2 days. I just look like I just been posting short form content. But yeah, I was also trying to research some content ideas. I probably, when I get out camera with you all, I think I'm gonna read my Bible, and after I read my Bible, I'm gonna use my tablet and try to get some ideas on upcoming videos. Cause like I say, I'm gonna be out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So with them 3 days, if I can get 2 videos worked on, I try to do that, push out 2 videos. But we'll see. But yeah, I just want to come in and just give y'all like another day in this video, because your girl tired. I ain't gonna even tell no story. Like I said, it been raining. all that work, and majority of the times I've just been trying to find something to do to somebody down there. Like today was extremely slow. The way it was so slow, I really could have stayed home today. I ain't gonna even tell no story. There could have been some gas money for another day, but it is what it is. As long as I got paid for that day, we good. I got paid. That's all I'm gonna worry about. As long as I get paid for me showing up. But yeah, until the next time, you all have a great one. Stay prayed up. Continue to be the best version of yourself and never let nobody steal your joy. Until the next time, you all have a great one. Bye bye.